Meaning
Yeah, hello guys, good evening everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay, so today we'll start our first session, guys. That is our regular sessions, and we will be starting on a Git. Okay, that is our first two. Session is being recorded. Okay, the recording also started. So before proceeding, guys, okay, so we will be working on a Linux box. Okay, so right now we don't have a only Windows machine. Okay, I hope for you people also will be having the Windows machine. Okay, in order to get the Linux box, okay, we will get a mentioned in a demo session. Okay, so log in into your AWS. Okay, before that you need to sign up, guys. Okay, so in the next session who are all joining, so please be sign up in this AWS cloud. Okay, in order to get the Linux box. Okay, so click on this create new AWS account. I will share the URL, guys. So this is the URL. I'm putting it in a chat box. Okay, so click on that. You will be prompted to this browser. Okay, so basically you need to provide your email address, your password. Okay, and confirm your password and provide the name you want to use in order to sign up for the AWS cloud. Okay, so click on continue. It will ask you for the credit card or debit card details, guys. Okay, so please provide, as per my suggestion, give any dummy account. Okay, dummy account in the sense, in that account you don't have much money in that. Okay, because if by mistake, okay, if you get a more bill, okay, you can, I mean, they won't what do you call, debit the amount here. Okay, hence I'm saying. And one more thing, by default whenever you provide the credit card or debit card details, guys, they are going to deduct of rupees 2 rupees TWO 2 rupees they are going to deduct. Okay, within 24 hours you will get that money back. Okay, just for verification purpose they are using that. Okay, so once it is done, log in into your console. So the sign up page is just like your face. I mean, while signing up into any of your account, right, guys? Okay, like Gmail, Facebook, or whatever it is. Okay, so once you have an account, so click on this, provide your username or email address, and provide your password. Okay, so this is your login page, guys. Okay, of your AWS console. So how to create a Linux box, guys, in this machine? Okay, basically we are creating a Linux machine in the AWS cloud. Okay, so those who are aware of this, what do you call, workstation, VMware workstation. Okay, you guys can use that also, but I prefer to use this AWS cloud because in a real time you will be working on a cloud environment only. So it will be become a practice in while using this AWS. Okay, because most of the organization they are in a cloud only. Okay, and that too with AWS. Fine, yes. So here you can see in the left hand top side there is a option called as a services. Okay, under that you search for EC2. Okay, EC2 stands for Elastic Compute 2. Okay, so right now I am showing how to create a Linux machine. Okay, so you can see the EC2. Just click on this. So if you have any doubts anytime, please let me know, guys. Okay, and don't hesitate to ask any questions. If it is silly also you can ask, there is no issues. So this is the console of EC2. Okay, so come down, you'll get the options here. Okay, launch instance. So click on this and click on launch instance. Basically we are going to create a new machine now. So these are all the operating system, guys. What you are seeing, right? That is a quick start. Under that, Amazon Linux, free tier eligible, all these things. So these are all called as the AMI. That is the Amazon machine image. Okay, it is just like a template of your operating system. Okay, so come down. We will use Red Hat. Okay, because in most of the organization they prefer Red Hat operating system. So this you can see it is a free tier. So or you cover total AWS concepts here? No, guys. As per DevOps perspective, what all the knowledge is required, I will help on that. I will be teaching on the same. Okay. So right now you can see this is the Red Hat operating system of version 8, and it is a free tier eligible. That means if you use this operating system, you won't get any charge here. Okay. So this is for learning purpose, which AWS is offering, guys. Okay. We no need to purchase any license, not anything. Okay. We can freely use this operating system and we can work on this. Okay, so click on this select. Okay, so under this select you having n number of options, guys, like T2 nano, T2 small, T2 micro. So all what are all these things means? These are all the configuration here. Okay, like here you can see in the right hand side, right, the CPUs, they by default in a free tier they are giving one CPU with 1 GB of RAM. Okay, if you want more configuration, then we need to select this one. Okay, so this extra large or whatever it is based on your requirement is. But for our learning purpose, free tier is enough for us. Okay, because if you use this T2 micro you won't get any charges. Okay, if you use any other what do you call instance family here. Okay, so it is not freely available. We need to purchase a lot license. We need to pay for that, basically just like a rent. Okay, so use this T2 micro only and click on configure details. So here under configure details, don't changes anything. Okay, I will show you in the AWS session. Okay, while I'm taking the AWS session of EC2 in clear, I will be explaining what all these things. Okay, but keep it default one only right now. Don't make any changes here. And click on add storage. Here storage in the sense your hard disk. Okay, so by default they were giving the 10 GB of hard disk. Okay, this is enough, guys, for our practice here. Okay, don't change this value. Okay, and click on add tags. Tag in the sense whatever the tag you wants to provide this for this machine here, that it is. Okay, let me add a tag and name will I call it as a red hat red hat 8. Okay, red hat operating system. Okay, this is a machine name basically. Then click on configure security groups, keep it default, then review and launch. So in the launch, guys, okay, here basically we need to create a key pair. What is this key pair here? Okay, key pair in the sense it is an encrypted format of your password. Okay, so without this password you cannot log in into this Linux box. Okay, it is mandatory. If you lost this if you lost this key pair, then you cannot able to log in into that machine again back. Okay, so please be careful and keep this file safe. Okay, so for demonstration purpose, choose existing key pair. Let me create a new key pair. Okay, I'm creating a new key pair. Let's give this name as a DevOps. Today's date is 2007. Okay, and download this key pair. So you can see it has successfully downloaded, and place it in some location, guys. Let's copy this there. Okay, so these are all these my key pairs I have, guys. Okay, So once you downloaded this keypad, then launch instance. So what are the tools are you going to cover in this session? The tools I have already explained, guys, if I'm not wrong. In AWS, you're asking? In AWS or entire DevOps, guys? I didn't get it, sorry. Okay, I will share you the syllabus copy. Okay, no issues. Okay, so you can see, guys, it's Red Hat version 8. So this isn't just a name, guys. I have given that. If you remember that name I have provided, right, the tags. So hence it is came here. Okay, if you can't, you can change it here also. There is no issues. Okay, so you can see this is the machine. Okay, it is running in a cloud. Okay, it is in a AWS environment. This machine is running now. So this is the Linux box. Okay, then comes how to log in into this machine here. Okay, in order to log in into this machine, guys. Okay, so there are n number of tools. Okay, like a putty is there. Okay, you can use the GitHub also. Okay, any tool. Okay, so as an example, I will show you to use the GitHub. Okay, I will tell you how to download that GitHub. Okay, so right now I am taking the example of this GitHub to connect to this machine now. Okay, in order to connect to this machine, guys, so click on this and click on connect. Okay, so this will provide a one command here. Okay, ssh-i devops.pem, and with this code, okay, some command it is. So just do a copy this command and go to your pem file location where you have stored that. You can see this is what the pem file I have used in order to create the machine here. Okay, so just do a right click here. You will get the option called as a git bash here. So in your machine it will not be available, guys. I will show you how to download this GitHub. Okay, so git bash. Okay, it is just a one terminal here, and do a right click and paste this command. So whatever the command I got it right in the AWS console, the same command here. Okay, enter. Okay, provide yes, and you can see we have successfully logged into your Linux machine, guys. So how to identify here? Okay, you can see there is one configuration file will be available in a etc os release. See here. Okay, you can see it is the Red Hat 8 operating system and the version is 8.2. Okay, any doubts, guys, in order to how to create a machine in AWS cloud and how to connect? If you have any doubts, you can ask. There's no issues. And
So
basically this session will
not.
Sorry.
Now you have logged in with the Linux machine what we created in AWS, right? So that is basically in Git bash.
Yeah, just it is a one terminal here. Okay, so otherwise you can use a number of tools is there, like putty is there, or else MobiXterm is there. I have that one also. Where it is? Yeah, here. Okay, using this tool also we can able to log in.
Okay, so for Git also we can able to log in, that you have done.
Yeah, basically Git bash will give the one terminal. Okay, in order to execute any of the Linux commands or Git commands.
Okay.
Some terminal it will provide.
Okay, so the terminal name is git bash.
So using this also we can join. Okay. Yes. So using this, using IP address, I know. Using temp file, let us check.
So by default, when you are installing Git, Git bash will also be installed, or there is a separate installation?
No, come. By default, it will come.
Okay.
Okay, you ignore about this git bash and github here. Okay, just an example, I took this git bash in order to log in into the Linux machine.
Okay.
Okay, ignore about this github git bash. Okay, so just I need a Linux box in a cloud environment. I have used this AWS Linux, and the terminal I have used this git. In a real time, you will be finding the putty. Okay, so here in the putty I don't have, and so I'm using this git bash.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so fine, guys.
So why we are
Let's
not using
continue.
putty?
We'll be starting.
Is it task based?
No, it is freely only. So basically what happens is here, as I told you, you require a PEM file. Okay, without that PEM file, you cannot log in into this machine here, basically. Okay, if you want to log in using the username and password, let me show you that also. There is a one configuration file, guys, here. So what is that? Yeah, bi. So we need to provide sudo because it is related to root user. Sudo bi etc sshd underscore config. So basically this is one configuration file, guys, here. Just open this one. Yeah, here, just a second, where it went. We can use the / password. Yeah, here you can see, right? So password authentication by default they have mentioned as no here. So because of this, guys, you cannot log in into this machine without PEM file. Okay, without password. Okay, basically you require a PEM file in order to log in. Okay, if you want to log in into this machine with the username and password, what you need to make is just make this one as a yes. Okay, just make it as yes and save this configuration file. And right now you can see there is a one user called as a EC2 user. I have not created a password for this. Let's create a password. EASS. So all this command I will help you in the taking the class sessions with the Linux version. Okay, don't worry about this commands. Linux commands I'm saying. EC2-user. Okay. Okay, so all authentication tokens updated successfully. Okay, now we can able to log in into this machine, guys, using the username and password. Okay, so in order to reflect these settings, guys, we need to restart this machine. Okay, we can do a restart using by giving the command init6. Okay, so don't provide email in your environment, guys. Okay, this init6, it is a bad practice, but I'm in order to do it fast, I'm using this command. It will restart your machine, guys. So if you done this configuration, then you no need to use this GitHub or Git bash. Okay, just go to your terminal, go to your AWS terminal. Here you will find the IP address here, right? Just click on this. Okay, and go, you can use the MobaXterm or PuTTY. Both are same only, guys. MobaXterm you can use the multiple terminals here. Okay, whereas in a PuTTY there is only one terminal we can able to open. And so on this session, provide the host name. Okay, specify the username using which user he wants to log in. Let's click on OK. Here you can provide. I think the machine is still not yet restarted. Yeah. So now it is asking for the login name. Provide the login name, that is EC2-user. Okay. Now it will ask you for the password. Provide a password. No, you can save if you want. Guys. There is no issues. Okay. Now you have logged into your Linux box using the mobile store. So in mobile system, the advantage is, guys, if you want, you can click on here. You can able to open a new terminal, one more terminal with a different operating system. Okay, that option is not available with the what do you call the putty. Okay, hence I'm using this one, mobile extra. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir. For Git Bash also we have only one terminal.
If you don't mind, can you repeat? Yes, yes, yes. Hello, if you don't mind, can you repeat this short? Sure, hello, no issues. So what the doubt you got?
I want to
Okay, so
know the
let's recall
steps.
one more time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's create a one more instance also. There is no issues. But one more thing, guys. Okay, whenever you do this, whenever you create this machine, right, just shut it down. Okay, shut down in the sense how you are shutting down your machine, right? In the same scenario. Okay, just shut down this machine. Okay, how to shut down? Click on this action, instant state, and stop. Okay, it will stop your machine. Okay, whereas terminate in the sense it will be completely deleted. This machine will get deleted. Okay, so what I will do, I will just terminate this one. I will create one more. Okay, so whoever I got the doubt, you can use that. Just terminate this session and I'll create one more instance. Okay, so how to create? So click on this, login into your console, guys, wherever you're login. Okay, so click on this service. If you want, you can write it down also. There is no issues. Just concentrate, guys. It will be better in order to write it down. Okay, basically this session is also getting recorded. You will get this recording into your Google Drive, guys. Okay, by tomorrow. Okay, so search for EC2. Okay, that is Elastic Compute 2. On this, and come down, you will find this option, launch instance. Click on this and click on launch instance. So here you will find your operating system, guys, in the AMI, that is a Amazon machine image. So it is just like a templates of your operating system. Okay, so we will be using the Red Hat. You can search it Akbar also, otherwise you can try here. Okay, click on this select, and it is of 64-bit operating system. And by default you'll get the 1 GB of, or sorry, 1 CPU with 1 GB of RAM. Okay, and it is called as a T2 micro, the name they are giving for this instance, and it is a free tier eligible also. Okay, and don't select any other, guys, because they're no, it is not freely available. Okay, basically they used to put a charge for that. Okay, for a learning purpose, this T2 micro is enough for us. Okay, so then click on configure instance details, and don't change anything, guys. Here put default on only, and add storage. So by default they are giving 10 GB of hard disk space. Okay, it is enough, guys, for our learning purpose. Don't change this value also. Okay, and click on tags if you want to provide a tag for this instance. Otherwise just click on configure security group. Here also don't make any changes, guys. Okay, and click on review and launch. Okay, click on launch. So anybody have a doubt, guys, in this key pair? Otherwise I will use the existing one. Otherwise I will create a one more key pair. So
So one
basically
question
here you'll
here
get,
for NPR.
yeah,
So we are creating. So you are clicking on new pair, right? So after you are clicking, you are downloading one file, right? So what actually there in the file?
It is password file basically. It is a password of encrypted file.
Okay. So if that is encrypted, even you don't know, right, after you have extracted, how you get to know this is the password?
Pardon?
Like
No.
so
See, once
we
yeah, I
have
got it.
down.
I got it. I
Yeah.
got it. So once you download this key pair file in the console, you will come to know, okay, using which key pair it has been created. Okay, using that I can able to identify one thing. Okay, and one more thing,
Okay.
if we lost this, basically we should not lost. Okay, if we lost this key pair, there is some other options is also there. We can able to recover.
Okay. So actually, I lost the console where it is where we can see the username and password. So can you please show me that? So once you have been downloaded that.
You're asking about username? Sorry, I didn't get you. Key pair.
Yeah, keep yes, exactly. So I mean, whatever there in the encrypted file, I just wanted to see that in a console, as you said.
See here, all these are all the key pairs here. Let me open any one of this. Okay, just do a right click and open it. This is some binary numbers.
Okay.
Because AWS is providing 99.999% of security here. Okay, we cannot. I mean, it is not easy to hack their systems.
Okay.
Okay, hence they are providing, instead of using username and password, they are providing their own. Basically, this is an SSH key here. Okay, using that SSH key, we are able to log in into your machine. Okay, if you don't want, we can able to provide the username and password. That configuration I showed you that. Okay, that is in a etc SSH underscore config. Okay, under that one configuration file was there, right? That is a password authentication. It was by default, it was no. We need to make it as yes. If you want to log in into your machine
Okay.
using username and password, not with
So
mobile.
still I'm not able to get. Yeah, still I'm not able to get where this file plays a role. So we have downloaded it and we have kept it in one place. So after that,
You can keep it anywhere.
basically the file.
You can keep it anywhere. Okay, there is no restrictions to keep the files in some specific location. It is not like that. You just save that file anywhere.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine, sir. So my question is that so where this file plays a role. So we have downloaded. Okay, that is fine. So we have kept anywhere in our machine. So just wanted to know what is the role of this file if you are keeping that in a machine, that in our machine.
Then okay, fine. I got your question. Then how will
Yeah,
log in
yeah.
into this machine now?
Using username and password. So you just open one
Where is
as
username?
I observed. You just
I will
username.
come to
Not
your
sure,
point.
sir.
I will come to your point.
Yeah,
One
yeah,
second.
not sure.
Let me create this instance. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm choosing the existing key pair and using with the what do you call the latest one. Okay, DevOps 2020 07. This one I will use. Let me acknowledge and launch this instance. Okay, so one is getting start. Let's start. Okay, it is get started. So how to connect to using, how we'll connect to this machine now?
Red Hat 8.
Sorry, someone was asking that question. I'm sorry, man, what your name? Good name?
Delhi.
Sorry, Dilip.
No, Delhi.
Dilli. Okay, Dilli
Yeah.
Raja Maran. Okay. So let me call his Raja.
Uh,
That's better. Okay.
yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay, Raj. How will connect to this machine now?
So we've opened one
So
of the
this
Git
machine is running in a
terminal.
cloud now.
Yes. So we've opened one of the
Okay,
tools like Putty or
sure.
Git Bash or Mob. Yeah.
Okay. Let me do the same. So click on this
Yes.
connect. Okay, and copy this command. By default, it will give the command here.
Sir,
Okay.
I think your screen
So
is
just do.
your screen is slowly loading, so that is the reason we are not able to see it properly. Guys,
Oh, is it?
am I only facing this issue, or everyone is facing this issue?
Same here,
Is
same
everybody?
here.
Yeah, me too facing the same one.
One second.
The
Let
screen
me
is
stop.
loading very slowly.
Actually, there is a
Sorry,
mismatch, sir. So you are
very.
explaining something and we are seeing something. We are not able to get it properly.
Yes, exactly.
Sure. One second. One second. Let me wait. I think network issues. Just be online. One second. So guys, my screen is visible now. So right
It's
now it is
visible,
a
sir.
desktop.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're starting the session. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just starting. I'm just waiting. Okay. There is a lag, right? Hence I was waiting. So my screen
Yeah,
is visible, right?
yes, it's visible.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So fine guys. So how you used to log in using the AWS command, right? So I have opened the AWS console. The same you guys. I hope you guys also saying the same thing.
Yes, sir. Connect
Yeah,
your
yeah,
instance.
yeah.
Oh. So basically, we used to copy this SSH-i DevOps that PEM file using that EC2 user, and this is the IP address, okay, of the particular machine. Okay, how we will connect means, so just copy this command, okay, and go to, as Raja was saying, right? So if you do the git bash here, and if you log in, it won't log in this because it requires a PEM file. So do a right click and enter. Okay, what we're saying now, there is no such file or directory to identify. Okay, if you provide yes also, it cannot log in. What is saying? Permission denied, because it don't have a PEM file here in this location, current location. In this desktop, it is not saved here, right? So what we need to do is go to your key pair location where you guys have stored this PEM file. Okay, here is my PEM file here, DevOps072007.pem. So here, wherever you store this PEM file, guys, right? So go to that location only. Okay. Under that, select the git bash here and right click and paste your command.
So what is the command name for that? Do you have any specific name for this?
No, there is no command. Basically, if you want to understand SSH, okay, that is a secured shell -i. That means I am passing some parameter. So that parameter is called as a DevOps.pem. Okay, using EC2-user, that is a username, and this is the host name of your machine.
Okay, sir. That's how it is connecting.
Yeah. Okay. If you don't also know issues, here by default it will provide here. Okay. Whenever you want to log in into your machine, right? So just click on this connect button. Okay, it will provide the command here down.
Okay.
just copy this command and go to your key pair location wherever your key pair has stored. Okay. Okay. If you want, you can try here. See here. Here it is showing where it is. Yeah. Here is my PEM file. Right. Under same location only, I am executing my command here. Okay. ssh-i devops.pem file. This is what the PEM file I'm using here in the same location with the EC2 user and with this host name. You can log in into your machine using host name or IP address space, any one of which. Okay. Then click on connect. So click on, just hit enter. What it is saying, the system is not registered to Red Hat. Okay, there is no issues. Okay, now you can able to see, you can log into your machine now. Okay, if you want a clarification, you can check it out in the etc OS release.
Tushar, we have to install GitHub, right, in our local system?
Yes, we need to install. I will show you that tomorrow. Okay, so just I require one Linux machine in order to work on, right? I was just showing how to create a Linux box in AWS cloud.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, Raja, now it's clear.
Yes, sir, it's clear. Now we have logged in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, sir, it's clear.
So guys, everybody clear? Any doubts still?
Clear.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, then we will continue for the GitHub, that is the tool, guys. Okay. So before that, guys, we need to work on we need to create some repositories here. Okay. So for creating the repositories, github.com.
Okay, in GitHub.
Yeah,
sir. No, sir, nothing, sir. You proceed, please.
Sorry, Raja, you're saying something?
No, sir, nothing. You please proceed. That's what I said.
Okay. So guys, while coming to the next session, right? So sign up in this github.com. Okay. So this is all free only. Okay. There is no credit card, nothing, guys. Okay. It is totally free. So just do a sign up here. I'm putting it in a chat box. github.com. Okay. And parallelly download the git bash. Okay. So git bash for Windows. So click on this. So this is the official web page. So, okay, so both I have mentioned. So just click on this Windows, it will download the latest git bash for you guys. Okay, in the installation there is nothing, just like a same software. Okay, just do a next, it will get installed. Okay, there is no extra circus in that git bash. Okay, so basically you need to download this git bash, and as well as you need to sign up in github.com. Okay, why we are using this github.com? In the sense, we are pushing the code into this repository. Okay, this is the remote repository. Okay, we'll come to know. Okay, just do a sign up in this github.com and download the git bash for your Windows machine.
Sir, apart from git bash, what are the tools available in Git?
Like a number of tools is there. Okay, like GitLab is there, MLS, CVS is there, Subversion is there. There are a number of tools is there.
Okay, so
but all are dependent on a Git only.
Okay.
Okay, if you know Git, you can work on any other tools also. Same here.
Okay, sir. So what are all the tools under github.com, which is prefixed with the git bash and something else is there?
Sorry.
Now we have git bash, right, sir? So that is initially prefixed with git. After that is bash. So similarly, what are the tools under github.com it is available, which is prefixed with git name? Git is the term that I'm trying to propose.
This page is specifically for Git only. Okay. There is no, if you want to go for the Subversion, so their page will be different. Okay, but what I said is all are dependent on Git only. Okay, if you know the Git, then you can work on any other tools also like GitLab. So just the name is different, okay, whereas the concept is same, and commands is also same there. Even if you work on Azure also, there also it is same. Everything is
Okay, sir.
entirely dependent on Git. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So let's start the theory part, guys, and do the installation, and tomorrow we'll continue that. Okay, just take the theory part.
So one more question. So now you are
Yes.
instructing us to create individually for Amazon Workspace. I mean the Linux desktop for everyone, right? So in real-time scenario, how the projects will do? There is only one Linux machine we are going to access for that, or we will be having each and every one, and we are putting that in cache after we have done something else.
Can you repeat your question one more time?
So now we are creating account for AWS, and we are doing. I mean, we are creating a Linux machine in AWS cloud. Everyone, right? So who are all on the session, everyone is going to create. Say, for an example, we are all in the project. We are all in the same project. Okay. So 15 members are in the project, and for everyone has to create a Linux machine in AWS cloud. Or for the specific project, they will create one account and they will share the credentials to among each and everyone.
See, in the real time, no, you will be creating only one machine. Okay, so based on your requirement, like app server, web server, DB server, like that dev environment, QA environment, like that they used to create. Okay, and that
Okay.
credentials we will be sharing to our team members. Okay, and there also we will keep the restrictions there. Okay, like the developers, he can't do any other changes there, like configuration in the server side. So those configuration we used to restrict in the AWS. So for that we are using the what do you call IAM roles. Okay, you will come to know in the AWS sessions those things.
Okay, so that you will cover in the
Admin.
next session.
Yes.
Okay,
Now,
sure.
now I'm not taking anything on AWS. First we'll cover the DevOps part, then we'll go for the AWS. So since I require a Linux machine, right? Hence I just created a one machine in a AWS cloud.
Sure, sure.
Okay. Fine, yes, okay. So let's get started. So this is what the just theory part, guys. So the commands and all everything will start from tomorrow onwards. Okay, so GitHub. So this is our first tool. Okay, so Git is an open source version control system, guys. Okay, so it is an version control system started by Linus Torvalds. So anybody remember, guys, who's this Linus Torvalds? Any idea? Okay, so this is the person who has invented the Linux machine, guys. That is the Red Hat operating system. What you are saying, guys, are seeing, right? The same. Okay, Linux operating system has been invented by Linus Torvalds. The same person has invented this GitHub, guys. Okay, and it is a open source version control system. Open source in the sense it is a freely available software. We no need to purchase any license wise. And one more thing, guys, I might have told or I forgot, what are the tools we are using in a DevOps, guys, right? Most of them are open source only. Okay, we no need to purchase any license. We can install in our machine only and we can work on that. Okay.
Fine, sir.
Yeah. So version control system, version control helps teams tracking every individual change, okay, by each contributor, and help preventing concurrent work from conflicting. Okay, so what it means is, so let's say we are working on some project, guys. Okay, as I'll be working on some models and other developer will be working on another models. Okay, so what this version control system will do, guys, here, okay, if you are trying to push the code, okay, into a remote repository, if that code is already available, it will not accept, guys. It will throw an error saying that this code is already available, okay, with this module. Okay, at that time it will come to our DevOps engineers request, guys, we need to check that conflict. What is the conflict? We need to check and we need to coordinate with our developers and fix that issue, and we need to push that code back to your remote repository. So this picture indicates the, assume this is the developer, guys, and this is your version control system, that is our remote operating system, sorry, remote repository. So basically, so this is what you guys are seeing, right? So this is the GitHub and this is the Git bash. Okay, so assume this is our developer, he is working on some code. Once this code works fine in this local machine, what he will do, he will push us that code to your version control system, that is our remote system. Okay, so assume this is another developer, he requires the code wrote by this developer. Okay, what he will do, he will not check with this developer, he will check with this remote repository. Okay, if this code is available, what he will do, he will fetch the code and place into your local machine. Okay, and he will be start updating on that code, guys. Okay, okay, and it is a distributed model also. Okay, so version control system is a distributed model. That means it will be having a one main server, that is our remote server, and from that we are going to copy the n number of modules here. That is what the distributed version control system does. Okay, then each developer works on his or own local repository and changes are shared between the repositories. Okay, so what it indicates is each developer will work on his or own local repository. So what this local repository indicates is, okay, local repository in the sense your local machine, your laptop, your desktop, your computer. Okay, so that machine is called as the local repository. Okay, and changes are shared between repositories. That means your remote repository. So where is our remote repository? That is the github.com, the URL which I shared, right, in order to sign up. Okay, so that repository is called as the remote repository. Okay, under that we will be creating the sub repositories. We'll come to know in the tomorrow's session. Okay, then so how this Git software has been developed, guys? Okay, this Git software has been developed using the C language, Perl, and various shell scripts. Okay, using these programming language like a shell or Perl, sorry, yeah, and C programming languages, this software has been developed, guys. Okay, then software developers working in teams are continuously writing the new source code and changing the existing source code. Example, bug fixing, updation, or patching. Let's say I was working on some module here. Okay, if I want to update a one patch, because as I told you in the agile methodology, we used to work on some sprints. Okay, so each sprint is having the module of, I mean, duration of 1 to 2 weeks. So within 1 to 2 weeks, let's say I have one sprint completed in the last week. Okay, so I need to work on the second sprint. That will be the updation of my existing project, right? So here we will be keep tracking of all the individual trackings, and we will be keep updating that code also. Okay, that option is also available with your version control system, that is our Git. Okay, so testing and development proceed until the new version is ready. Okay, then one more thing, so for every commit it will maintain a one commit ID. This is very important, guys, hence I made it in a red color. Okay, that means let's say I'm working on some modules here. Okay, as I told you, I will be working on local computer. Okay, that is my local repository. So once I make the changes in the code, what I will do, I used to make the save that code in my local machine. So how we are saving here? Okay, so whenever we are saving this code, right, one commit ID is going to be maintained here. Okay, using that commit ID only, we are going to do lot of things, guys, in the real time. Okay, hence I made that commit ID has in red color. Okay, you will come to know how to get and what are the advantages of using that commit ID, what are the uses there. We'll come to know in the regular sessions here. That is from tomorrow. Okay, fine. Then, okay, then examples for version control system are Subversion, CS, that is a concurrent version, and TFS, that is a team foundation server. Okay, these are some of the examples of the version control system, guys. Then installation part. Okay, how to do the installation in a Windows machine. Okay, so as I told you, go to this browser, sorry, this web page, git-sem.com/downloads. Under that, click on Windows. Okay, it will download the Git Bash for you guys. Okay, so this will be work. This Git Bash will give some terminal to work on. Okay, whereas this GitHub.com, you need to sign up in this GitHub.com. Okay, so this GitHub.com will work as a remote repository. Guys. Okay, so whatever the changes or whatever the code I'm writing in my local machine, so that code will be pushed into this GitHub.com to this repository, guys. Okay, so let me show you how it looks. Let me log in. So this is a freely available software, guys. You don't need to provide any credit card, not anything, guys. So right now you can see in the left hand side, right? So these are all my projects here.
Sir, I think your network is very bad. So we are not able to see any of the repositories. It is slowly loading.
Sorry, guys. Extremely sorry for that. So right now, what you guys are seeing?
I'm able to see that github.com, and on the left hand side, I'm able to see DevOps training, Maven
In
web project.
repository, you can see.
Yes. Yeah, that is what I'm showing right now.
But seems to be slowly loading, sir. When you are explaining something already showing
Okay.
everything. Sorry.
Sorry, I will fix that issue, guys. Okay.
Thank
Network
you,
is
sir.
very slow. Yeah, sure. So these are all some of the project guys. Okay, I will be sharing these projects as well in the regular sessions. Okay. So any doubts, guys, in this one? How to create an instance and sign up in the GitHub and download the Git Bash for you. Git Bash. Okay.
So one
So
question. So
installation. Go ahead.
yeah. So Git Bash is a terminal to work in a GitHub.com. Am I right, sir? Is my terminology
correct.
right? Yeah. Okay.
Yes. See, in order to execute Git commands, right, you require a one terminal. Okay, that terminal will be given by this Bash.
Okay.
Okay. Any other doubts?
No, sir.
Anything, guys? Anybody? Any doubts?
No doubt. I'm good.
And this network issue, guys, let me fix that issue. Okay. Sorry, that is network is very slow. So try to create a machine, guys, in a AWS cloud. Okay. And try to create an instance. Okay. From tomorrow onwards, we'll be working on the commands in a Git. Okay. And don't miss the sessions, guys, because Git and each and every tool is very, very important. Because if you lose one session, right, it will get confused for the next one. Okay. Try to avoid. Okay.
Sure, sir. Sir, one more thing. So before going to that GitHub, so you will be covering us Linux commands and all, right?
See, actually, I thought in all our sessions, right, we used to take the session on a Linux only static. Okay. But some of them, what they are done is after the Linux one, right? So they are quitted the this one course. Okay. Hence, we are taking that the Linux part later on. Okay. After 1 or 2 tools, we will take the Linux part. Okay. There is no issues.
Okay, sir.
And one more thing, so all the tools are having their own commands. Okay, here Linux doesn't comes into the picture. So basically, we should have a knowledge on a Linux machine. Okay, like how to do the configuration in a real time. So such kind of configuration I will show in the Linux sessions. Okay, whereas this commands respect to the tools here. So all the tools is having their own commands. Okay, so it will not impact us. Okay, so don't worry about the Linux. I will take the section on the after 1 or 2 sessions.
Yes, sir. So those
Not
are not Linux commands. Those are Git commands and some other tool commands.
Yes, exactly. So all the tools is having their own commands. Okay. So any doubts, guys? If I'm going fast, let me know. Okay, I'll go slow also. There's no issues. If you got any doubts, please ask. Okay, be friendly. And I want the session should also be in an interactive way. Okay. Even if it is a silly questions, also don't hesitate. You can ask any questions.
Sir, one more question. Sir, I think you will provide the documents with the video session, right?
Yeah, basically the video sessions will be given by the Durga Soft. The documents I will share from my side. So the while sharing the document, right, whenever this regular session starts, right, so we used to create a one WhatsApp group. Okay, and that WhatsApp group only I used to share all the documents.
Okay, sir. Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Tushar, I attended the first demo class. Okay, after that I skipped one class, I think so, one or two, I don't know. Um, I don't know
Yes,
what you
Manshana.
covered in that. Yes, yes.
No, it is nothing was there. So just on casual, this one was there. What are the tools we are going to learn? All those things. Some workshop kind of thing was there. So today was the first session
Mhm.
only.
Okay, okay.
We have not missed anything.
Yes.
You haven't missed. You haven't missed any topics. Okay. So today is the first session. That is our first tool. That is a Git.
Tushar?
Yeah. Yes, Manjunath. Can you able to hear me?
Yeah, yeah. It was your voice was breaking.
No, it was the first session only. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, one more thing. So you will be creating a WhatsApp group, right? Should we need to provide a mobile number in the chat to create the WhatsApp group?
Yeah, that will be done by the Durga Soft only. Once overall made the payment, right? So for them, they
Okay.
are adding that, creating a WhatsApp group and adding that person's name, number in that.
Okay. So whatever the contact name that I have given is differ from that WhatsApp group number, as far as I can
Okay,
do.
okay. WhatsApp chat number you can mention it here also. I will check with them.
Okay. Okay. So you will be informing
Tushar,
to them.
one more.
Uh-huh.
Tushar, are we
Yes.
working on hands-on projects related to DevOps?
Yes.
So how many projects you're working on throughout the course?
We will be working on single project only with all the tools.
Yeah. Tushar, can you hear me?
We will be
Yeah,
working
just
on
I
a
wanted to
single
know
tools.
how many projects we are working. Okay.
You are asking about my career or you are asking about this course?
No, this course, in this course.
In this course, we will be working on one project only.
Okay.
In the same project, we will be integrating all our tools.
Mm-hmm.
So what we will do is whatever the tools I have mentioned, right? So all these tools we will learn individually. Okay. And
Okay.
later on,
Okay.
we will integrate all these tools with our project.
Okay.
So the entire CI/CD, whatever the asking, right, in the interview, so everything will come to know. Okay.
So we'll be looking to different scenarios also, right? And whatever the challenges of DevOps
Yes.
and all those. Yes.
See, whatever the challenges the DevOps engineers faces, right? So all these things
Mm.
I used to explain in my session, regular sessions. Okay,
Okay.
and even I will have point also. So what are the questions they may ask, how we need to answer each and everything I used to mention. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So if you post completing this my course, right? If you attend, if you
Mm.
start searching for a job within out of 5, you can get a 1 or 2 job. I'm assured for that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And moreover, I will share the interview recordings as well. Okay, and resumes also I will share, and interview recordings also of the top MNCs. So it will help you. So how to crack the interviews, and you will come to know what are the questions they are asking. So in that case,
Okay.
it will be very easy to clear the interview.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
So it's a complete it's totally different concept, right? Microsoft Azure DevOps and AWS DevOps.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Google Cloud. So
Yes.
concept is
Yes.
same or what method functioning is different? How is that?
See, concepts is same only, but what they are
Okay.
doing is, see, right now we are in individually we are learning all these tools. Okay, whereas this Azure DevOps or else AWS DevOps, okay, what they are doing is they have integrated all these tools in their UI. Okay, so basically here also here we require some code, right? Like a Git repository we are using. So if you go and check in a Microsoft Azure also, there also Git repository is available. You can go and check also.
Okay.
Can refer that also. Once again, here only it is there, I think. Signed up, it seems. So concept is same only. There is no changes. Just the UI difference and some configuration. That thing is they are changed.
How is the market
Apart
for
from that, everything is same.
Azure DevOps?
Sorry.
How is the market for Azure DevOps?
Sorry. You can go for the DevOps only, not Azure DevOps. Okay. Normal DevOps only. Because
Okay.
right now, see, always the Microsoft will give the indirect solution. As per my feels. Okay. And moreover, this is not a free software, Azure DevOps. We need to pay the license. We need to purchase a license in order to use this. Okay. When the organization is getting the tools open source only, freely available, why these guys will purchase a license here, right? So hence, most of them will use the tools, whatever I'm explaining, right? The same tools they will be using in their organizations. But in very rare cases, this Microsoft Azure will come into the picture. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Yes, guys. Any other doubts? Okay. So if not, today we'll wind up, guys. Then, so from tomorrow onwards, we'll start working on a Git. And one more thing, once you stop, I mean, your work is done, just stop this session. Okay, that means the instance in the AWS. Stop in the sense, can we install Git or you have to do it? You can install Git, Gudagar. You need to install Git. So go to this site, download the according to your operating system. Okay, either Mac or Windows or Linux. Okay, and one more thing, go to this github.com and sign up here. So this will be your, yes, one more, who's that? Yes, Kumar. Kumar K. Kumar, just unmute and you can ask the question. After completion course, how many years can I put experience? We can put 3 to 4.
What is the average salary, Tushar?
It
For 4
depends
years of
on your
experience
current
of
salary.
DevOps?
Usually we'll get a good package only because right now for there is no much DevOps engineers in the market and there is a requirement is huge. Okay. Hence we are getting the good salary for a DevOps experience.
So what is the role of
We'll
DevOps
get a good
Foundation
package.
certification in this? Yeah. So one more question. What is the role of DevOps Foundation certification? Is it it's a value addition?
Yeah, see, as per my understanding, right, there is no DevOps certification available in the market right now. Okay, so you need to do the certification on a individual tools if you want to do the certification, like
Okay,
a
tools
Docker,
wise. Okay.
separate.
Okay.
Tools wise, you need to do. Okay, some of the organization they are made like that. Okay, like a DevOps certification course, all those kind of things. Okay, but There is no DevOps certification. Individual tools only we need to do. Like if you want to go do the certification in a Kubernetes, there is a one certification is like CKA. There is a Certified Kubernetes Administrator. Okay, and one more thing is CKAD, Certified Kubernetes Administrator and Developer. Okay, such kind of certification you can do this if you are interested.
Okay, how useful is the certifications?
Sorry.
How useful is the
See,
certification?
certification as per it depends on you people's guys. Okay, if you are interested, you can do that. Okay, because but in that case you can go for the Kubernetes certification, because there you can't do any proxies. Okay, because most of the certification they are doing the proxy only, and even that organization also they knows that. Okay, so hence most of them it doesn't prefer the certificate in the sense, doesn't prefer in the sense it's not mandatory. Okay, if you have a certification, then it's like an advantage. Okay. But in that case, if you want to do the certification, then go for Kubernetes certification or Ansible certification. These two tools having the good market.
Pardon me, Kubernetes
And Ansible.
Ansible. Okay.
Ansible. Ansible.
Okay.
That is also a Red Hat product.
Sir, are we covering the both concepts in this course, means Kubernetes and Ansible?
Yes, we are covering.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, guys, any other doubts? Okay, guys, and tomorrow we'll catch up. Okay, at 9 p.m. IST. And make sure you guys are install the Git bash as well as the sign up in a github.com. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for the session, Tushar.
Yeah, guys. Good night, guys. Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.